Saki.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, non-binary pals, it's your local neighborhood TrainBoy. And no pun intended, today's video is a bit off the rails. There's no real script. We're kind of just talking about something that I really didn't expect to talk about. Okay, technically that's not the most true. I did expect to make a video on this in general, but I didn't expect, to this capacity. The things we would get in, we'll see. There's a lot to talk about. In other words, be excited, because I definitely am. Okay, so before we jump into what exactly is new and all the new stuff, let's talk about things that, still are new, but aren't necessarily new announcements. Things that just get updates from the last video. So recently, we've seen two models that very much interest me, and that honestly look a lot better than I expected on both sides. We have In-Scale Gordon, which looks phenomenal. This is, I want to say it's better than the 00 scale model, just shrunk. It's adorable. I love the face. I love everything about this thing. Now, this may be a bit of a spoiler if you don't follow me on Twitter or different social medias, but I am kind of jumping back into model trains as we speak, and I'm not really planning on In-Scale as much as I'm planning on 009, but he and Toby are tempting me. They are some of the better models I've seen in the In-Scale range. But again, we don't just have Gordon to talk about. We also got our first looks at Bo, and I'm not gonna lie, I have never given a shit about Bo. I still don't really care about Bo, but looking at this model, man, I can't lie, I really want this model. I love the face, I love the headlamp, I love how different it'll be compared to everything else, and I also love the size of it. Now, let's talk about something that I've seen quite a few people get upset at. Bo is not necessarily 00 scale. I mean, he is, but not really. So a while ago, BACHMANN mentioned that this would be a retooled 440, or not even really retooled. It's not like they're changing much of the motor. It doesn't have an eye mechanism. They've kind of just redetailed one. So on that front, they make the 440s in HO scale. Of course, he's more HO scale, but I wouldn't say that's a problem. That's really not that big of a deal. If you look at him in screenshots, that's really all I've seen him in. I haven't even seen his original Blubba episode, I think it is, and I probably need to if I do plan to get him. But look at that. He's not very big. Look at him next to a plank truck. This is, really not anything I didn't see coming. And on that note, that's kind of another reason I want him. I want to see him compared to BACHMANN's Troublesome Trucks or just British Consists, just random fun stuff. That would be awesome. So I want to say out of both of these, Bo is probably the one we will see in a review because I just really, really want that one as of now. But on that same note, where's Rebecca at? We haven't really seen or heard much about her, and that one makes a bit more sense, but I still want to see, I can't say I'm a huge Rebecca fan either, but if the BACHMANN model's cool enough, I will put it on the model railway. Okay, moving past those things and onto the newer releases, what can we see from HO or 00 scale? Well, let's start with the rolling stock, since that's not, what I think most people are super excited for. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 4 new vans. We've got the 12-ton van in gray. We've got the 12-ton van in the Funfair blue, so a circus wagon. We've got another 12-ton van, this time in the circus red, so 2 circus wagons and another 12-ton van, but this time it's the Christmas one with a Christmas wreath. Now, really quick, what can we digest from this? A lot of excitement, at least for me, because I can't lie, I really do like the circus consists are some of my favorite consists in general. Not only in Thomas, but just on model railways in general. So now we can finally get back to making those, on the chance you don't have the Hornby ones. And I can't lie, I'm very interested to see how these will come out. I'm pretty sure it'll be, if not exactly what we see in these pictures, damn close. So with any luck, I'll be picking up a couple of those just to, maybe make my own circus consist. All right, what about these others? I can't say I'm super hyped for the Christmas one, but, I do also really like the BACHMANN Christmas Thomas sets. Those are a vibe, at least to me. Do I really have any use for them at all? No, because if I'm putting anything under the tree, it's, probably a better set or Trackmaster or something my cats can't mess up, but it's still cool. I still really like them, and I still have the red truck with the Christmas tree from my old one, so I can't really complain at seeing more of those. I am more excited for the normal gray one, though, and that's really because the render they show is a lot more weathered, and maybe, just on a chance, this will be an already weathered piece of rolling stock. Now, I really do doubt that fact since we've never seen that before with really anything BACHMANN's done in terms of rolling stock, but it would be neat, and still, it's a bit of a dream, but we'll see, Yeah, so essentially we're getting 4 different types of 12-ton vans, and 2 of them in specific I'm really hyped for. The other 2, they're pretty neat, I guess. But that is not the big one. That is not the creme de la creme of 00 scale, or HO scale. Ladies and gentlemen, BACHMANN announced Stanley. Yeah, we are getting an HO 00 scale Stanley from BACHMANN in 2023. I never thought I would say those words. Are you kidding me? Now, currently, we only have his CGI render to go off of. And, I don't feel like I should have to say this, but anything BACHMANN makes probably in this modern era is reflective of the CGI era. Just expect that. If it's any model that they're newly making or maybe redoing, it's going to be CGI oriented. Get rid of the model series. Just wipe that thought from your head. If you want that, you have to do it yourself. BACHMANN will not be doing that for you. Oh well, it's still Stanley. I can't lie, I'm still excited. And will I be getting this when it does come out? You are goddamn right. I can't lie. I'm going to be watching really closely just to see if there's any developments on this one. And we can't really, expect it too soon. This will probably be something I think we'll see mid-2024, if that, or maybe even late 2024. Maybe early. I really doubt it. This is going to be something we have to wait for. But either way, I'm down to do it. This is going to be a neat model, something tells me, and one I cannot wait to own in the collection. Now, technically, we have one more thing in HO or 00, but it's not rolling stock. It's kind of in the same league as the scenery, or figures we are getting soon from BACHMANN as well. They also announced Bulgy the Bus. Yeah, we are getting a apparently red CGI version of Bulgy the Bus. I think the only other version of this that we've ever gotten was from Capsule, and that was very recent. Are you kidding me? Dude, yes, yeah, that's also probably something I'm going to buy. That's awesome. Now, truth be told, I am a bit worried. I do want this thing to, have certain things, and I am setting kind of certain expectations. I do hope it has, for example, windows you can see through. Maybe I could detail it, put figures in it. But if you look at Birdie, Jeremy, any other vehicle they've done like that, it is molded windows, kind of simple, just overall details. With any luck, this will be something that's a bit more intricate and maybe look a bit better. But, I'm still excited for it. The fact they're making a Bulgy, frankly, I'm excited. That's just me. But again, we don't even just have 00 and HO to talk about. Let's move on to in-scale. Yeah, we are getting Diesel and Paxton now. So if you're really into the in-scale collection, kind of like I am, those will now soon be coming. If you're into 009 customs, you have an 08 chassis to help you make those. There's excitement in a lot of different ways for these two, but they are now joining the in-scale roster, and yeah, be excited for that. I'm definitely excited to see at least how Diesel turns out. I'm wondering if they'll give him the angry, grumpy face, since they kind of just did that on the normal large scale. And truth be told, that's just a better face anyway, but we'll see if they do that. That stays consistent with in-scale. All right, screw in-scale though. Again, let's move on to 009. And what do we have here? Well, keeping in line with the rolling stock first, we do have the gunpowder vans now soon joining the 009 fleet. And again, I feel like if you like narrow gauge modeling or just the narrow gauge engines in general, the Skarloey Railway, those are probably a high chance some of your favorite pieces of rolling stock, because who doesn't love Defuse It? That's not only a pun, it is adorable. They are tiny, small, black gunpowder. How can you not love that? Just think about all the explosions that could soon be happening on so many different 009 railways. But again, forget the rolling stock. We have something even better. Let's move on to the locomotives. Not only did we just get Peter Sam, not only is Sir Handel announced and coming soon, they've announced Duncan. We have CGI Duncan now joining the BACHMANN fleet. Think about the timeline we are living in. I just told you we are getting a BACHMANN Stanley, circus wagons, Bulgy, and Duncan, and I'm not lying to you. This is all true. This is in the catalog. Oh my god. I think this beats out last year by a long shot. Am I excited for Bo? Yes. Am I excited for Rebecca? Yes. Am I most definitely getting the things they announced last year? Most of them. But this is like almost across the board. Things that I'd say most people would like to add to their collection. Seriously, for as much as they're ragged on and as much things BACHMANN could do that could be different, this is something, yeah, I'm sorry, there is no L here. This is all just so cool, at least for me, on a different level of hype, and it kind of reflects that BACHMANN at least hears the fans. You know, these are all things that I think for a while, at least in terms of Duncan, you know, people have been asking for. And since we heard narrow gauge was something BACHMANN would do, Duncan has been a part of the discussion. Finally, we're getting him. I remember a long time ago, people were talking about Stanley. That was like in the Great Discovery times, and here we are in 2023, and we're finally getting him. Again, what a timeline we're living in. But with all of that being said, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything, or at least that I'm excited for. You know, be sure to let me know in the comments if there's anything here you're excited for, or if you're definitely picking up, or honestly, what you want to see next year. I feel like there's, you know, a lot of things up in the air. If it's in the CGI era, BACHMANN could totally make it. We're seeing that with Stanley, so you know what? Cool. You know, I'm not saying I want it because I don't know if I'd even buy it, but it's kind of shocking we haven't got Sydney yet, isn't it? Just food for thought. Just a little bit of food for thought. Huge shout out to my patrons for making videos like this possible. If you want to get in on the giveaway we're doing this month, you've only got a couple days, so be sure to do it now or soon. Fuck it. Quit taking my money. All right, this isn't even funny. Now I'm imagining how much this is all gonna cost.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.